Why hello there everyone, this is Mayor Jason, the Gaming Tycoon. Earlier today, Urban Games released a new Gamescom trailer featuring Transport Fever and a lot of new features that they have added to the game.
Oh yeah!
So get ready to ride the Train Fever Hype Express along with me as I pick through all the new things shown off in the trailer. So starting off the trailer, we have an in-game alpha shot of a Boeing 757-200 taxiing and taking off from a runway with the same background that the de Havilland DH-106 Comet 4B had in the original Transport Fever reveal trailer. In the first shot, we can clearly see the vastly improved level of detail Urban Games has put into the new vehicle models, as well as the superior lighting and fog effects in the background. In the second shot, we can see the plane taking off the runway, and note the attention to minor details such as the runway signs along the runway. The next shot shown shows off the Burkhoff Dovedek passing through a forest on a two-lane road with a relatively full load of passengers riding aside. Here you can see how the trees and other plant models have been vastly improved, as well as the interior of the bus. The next shot that is shown is of the Class 1042 electric locomotive, running under canary lines while pulling some empty hopper wagons. Here you can see the improved lighting and shadow effects again, as well as the improved vehicle lights, though they don't seem to be volumetric in nature. In the next shot, two new city buildings are shown. Here you can see the vastly improved models used to decorate them, such as the highly detailed balconies and windows and the detailed textures for the roofs, which all look very, very nice. Here in the next shot, we can see many of the new city industry buildings, as well as a few more houses in the background. Again, you can see the care and detail that was put into the industry building models and other details. In the next shot, we can see a close-up of the cargo dock, as well as a new unnamed barge ship that is transporting coal. Here in the next shot, we can see one of the new station building styles that will appear in Transport Fever, without and then later upgraded with canary wires for electrification. In the next shot, you can see the station surrounded by the city with an available opening on the other side of it for expansion. In the first image, the station lacks an entrance. In the second shot, the station is upgraded to have two entrances connected to it. At the moment, it seems that stations will not duplicate their station building to the other side of the station when new entrances are created, but I hope that this will be changed when Transport Fever releases. Also note the new houses that appear around the station. Finally, the new entrance is constructed by road, and then the station is connected on the two sides for passengers to use. I will naturally assume that there won't be a feature to add an entrance to the opposite side of an inn or terminal station for obvious reasons, but I think it would be cool if entrances could be added along the sides of them. Here in this shot, we can clearly see the greatly improved track building and road construction tool effortlessly build a track that crosses over two tracks and a road in one pass. In the next set of images, we can see just how easy it is to upgrade the road embedded into a crossing, which easily is the best feature in Transport Fever for the late game infrastructure upgrading, As in Train Fever, the crossings used to have to be removed and or redesigned completely to upgrade the roads running through them, as y'all might have seen in my earlier Let's Plays of Train Fever. Skipping the scene where a Milwaukee Road Class EP2 electric locomotive passes by a Pennsylvania Railroad GG1 Class electric locomotive at a siding, we can see an airport terminal being upgraded to add 2 extra terminal buildings to expand the number of gates a plane can arrive to. In the next shot, we can see an up-close view of the terminal building with a fairly worn-out Airbus A320 at a gate behind it, while the passengers exit the building. In the next image, the camera pans out to show off most of the airport as another Airbus lands on the runway next to the town in the background. We can also see 2 BE-46 Mirages leaving the new Tram terminal station, which has received a much-needed redesign in order to fit the larger trams more realistically. Also, across the lake in the background, 2 unknown industries can be seen. In the next shot, we can see a beautiful close-up of the BE-46 Mirage as it carries a load of passengers through a city. Notice the detailed interior of the Mirage. Sadly, it seems the city cars do not have interiors, but maybe they'll be added by release, or at least I hope Urban Games allows us to add them later by modding, if possible. Skipping a scene where 2 Burkhoff Novedicks wait for Class 1042 at a crossing, we can see the passenger dock with a tram terminal nearby as an MS Zurich passenger vessel comes into dock. In the next image, we can see the passenger dock up close and the paths and buildings that make it up, which look quite exquisite, especially considering this is still an alpha screenshot. Nice job, Urban Games. In the next shot, we can see a logging camp that is based in a forest. You can also see how the available loads of wood decorate the logging camp, which quite honestly adds to the immersion in the game, for me at least. And well, actually looks pretty good. Here in the next shot, we can see an up-close view of a factory that produces machines from plastic and steel, as seen from the cargo system devlog video that Urban Games released a while back. In the next image, we can see an Alco PA loading machines into some boxcars, and an unknown steam locomotive unloading lumber near the factory as well. In the next shot, we can see a lumber mill that is processing logs into lumber to transfer to other industries, which I do like the fact that there are multiple steps to cargo now, since we just don't have to take things from one place to another and get instant goods. I really do like these more complex industry chains. Here in this shot, we can see an industry that wasn't mentioned in the cargo system video. I believe it could be a plastic creation factory or one that produces consumer goods as mentioned in the cargo system video, but at this point in time I just don't know what it is. The next shot shows the unknown industry again and 4 upgrade stages that it has. The first stage starts off with 1 building and 2 small storage areas for some unknown cargo, plus what I assume to be consumer goods. The second stage extends the building and the storage lots that are near it. The third stage extends the sides of the building to create 2 loading overhangs, while also expanding the storage areas and moving the cargo storage area to the other side of the building. The last stage adds another fairly large building, plus 2 silos with a conveyor crane system attaching them to the first building, and the cargo storage area has increased once again. Pretty impressive, I must say. I really do like the fact that industries get bigger, unlike a lot of other games where the capacity just increases. It looks really nice. The next 2 shots are probably the most interesting ones in the entire trailer, as they show a Class A35s passing through the countryside at either dawn or dusk light setting, which really goes to show just how beautiful the Transport Fever graphics engine is already, even though it's not even out of beta testing yet. I really do hope that they make volumetric lights that shine upon other objects or vehicles one day. That would really brighten up my day. In the next shot, we can see a Douglas DC-4 undergoing a simple color change from blue to green to black, and then finally to yellow, while taxiing to leave the terminal. Here in this shot, we can see the new station curvature options that have a variety of station track curve features, so platforms can fit the curves for certain track configurations that we can make. We'll assume that there's a menu that would control and display the angle of the curvature when building and or possibly upgrading a station. I will also assume that there's a hard-coded limit that would prevent you from building a station with a curvature lower than the minimum curvature for, say, a normal piece of train track. Can't really wait to see what we can do with this though, it looks awesome. In the next shot, we can see a Class 103.1 electric locomotive passing through a bridge while pulling some streamlined passenger cars. In the process, the logo display changes with two logos that I'm not personally familiar with, but I'm pretty sure that they might be based off of some major transport companies with very similar logos in real life. Here in this shot, we can see an extremely worn out six-wheeler Baldwin locomotive carrying an early passenger car from the USA through a desert-like area. I do like the details inside the passenger car, as well as the engineer driving the locomotive as well. It's a really nice touch. In the next scene, we can see an old European town showing off the amazing new models for the old-fashioned European buildings and transport fever. The textures are beautiful, and the details of the windows and doors are extremely crisp. I really enjoy these. Another good job. Thanks, Epic Games. Here in this shot, we can see what appears to either be a quarry or some type of tunnel into the side of a hill on the map. It looks rather interesting. I think it's a tunnel, though I could be wrong. Either way, it looks like it'll be something special, at least in campaign or some other kind of mode in the game. In the next shot, we can see a small Native American village in a forest near some hills. This, I believe, was mentioned in an article about Transport Fever that was posted a while back, where the players would need to interact with the village in order to accomplish certain tasks in one of the USA scenarios. So I can't wait to see how they implement it. In the next shot, we can see a terminal station that is located in the middle of a city as an unknown diesel loads some BC-4 passenger wagons. The Mercedes-Benz O6600 can be seen driving away from the bus station in the center of the city as well. Also, there seem to be a few new European buildings that can be seen near the station. In the next three images, we can really see how much the city expansion algorithms have been improved when cities grow in density. This leads to some amazing screenshots, as well as some very viable locations to transport passengers and goods to in Transport Fever. Finally, in the last shot before the outro, we can see Speedence Express, also known as the Amtrak Excella, showing off its three aging effects as well. And so that's all the information I could find out about the Gamescom trailer for Transport Fever. Also, I'd like to apologize for just how late this video was, as it was exactly a week ago that the trailer was released. Obviously, I've been preparing for my trip, so that kind of cut it to the time I had. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to have some time while I'm on the trip to make some more videos, so please check out my main channel if for more information when I get around to that. So anyway, this has been Mayor Jason, the Gaming Tycoon, and well, I hope to see you guys next time. Bye everyone.